Navigating the Toronto International Film Festival can be a bit tricky. I'm here with some tips to help you out. Hey guys, it's Adriana from Fresh from the Theater, and today I'm going to talk to you about some quick tips I have for navigating the Toronto International Film Festival. This is part one of a two-part video. My next video will break down all of the films and all of their programs. Obviously, I won't be talking about every single film, but my top choices for each program of the festival. And this video is going to break down how to make the most out of TIFF 2014, how to get your tickets, how to schedule yourself, how to meet celebrities, just advice that I have for you based on my experience of the festival. This is my 5th year doing TIFF, like hardcore, seeing multiple films, going to the festival. And my experience has changed vastly over the years because I've gotten into press work, which is another different thing. I have had a lot of experiences and I've learned lessons, gone through some good and some bad experiences that are going to help inform me, advise you on what to do at the festival. This year is September 4th to 14th. The first thing that you're going to need is tickets. So if you didn't know already, TIFF is not some exclusive event. Anyone can go to the festival. If you live in Toronto, even better, you're already there basically. You're living in the festival. And if you're not living in Toronto, then come on down or up, I guess, probably come on up and visit us and experience TIFF, which is like the biggest film festival in the world. I don't know, maybe there's somewhere else that considers themselves bigger, but TIFF has like over 300 films. I'm pretty sure there's no festival like TIFF. TIFF is known to be the most audience-friendly festival in the world. The awards that they give out at the end of TIFF are all People's Choice Awards, and the success of the films is largely due to the word of mouth and the good reception that films get at TIFF. And that's mostly due to audience goers like you and me, just regular people, nothing special, but you know, we're really great at free publicity basically when we talk and tweet and Facebook about the amazing films that we got to see at the festival. So there's two ways that you can buy tickets. One is packages. I'm not going to talk too much about packages because they're probably already sold out, so that would just be a waste of my breath. And I'm going to talk to you about single tickets. Packages are more for people who really need to get the movies that they want to get. It's no deal. Buying in bulk does not get you savings. Packages, you have to be pretty serious because you have to buy at least 10 films and you have to, select your films before everything else goes on sale. That's really the only advantage. You get to pre-select before single tickets go on sale, which is great, but I still think single tickets is generally the better deal. If you're 25 and under, single tickets are $18 each, and that's for regular screenings, and premium screenings are $30 each, and I'll get into the difference of those two things in a second. This year, single tickets go on sale on August 31st. The box office opens at 9 a.m. There's 3 ways to get your tickets. The first way is lining up at Metro Hall. Metro Hall is at King and John. It's just across the TIFF Bell Light Box. It's very accessible through St. Andrew Station if you walk through the path, and the lower level there is the box office. If you're going to line up, you got to get there really early, or else you're going to be in line all day. Now, in my experience, I've gone usually very early in the morning, like get there for 5 or 6 a.m., and I did have one night where I slept over at Metro Hall, got there at 7 p.m. the day before, and I still was pretty far back in the line. The lineup does move pretty fast, and if you're a TIFF member, you get an exclusive lineup, so if you're a TIFF member, it's pretty much worth it to line up at the box office. If you're not, you are going to spend a long time in line, for sure, like maybe hours, and I spent like maybe an hour in line after I slept over at the box office, so it's kind of like you got to book your day off if you're going to go line up for that. I still suggest it over phoning or going online. It really depends. I've had some years where online worked out and it was great for everyone, and I was downtown in the lineup and regretting my life for not just doing it online. And then I've been online and sent into a virtual waiting room and hating my life and pulling my hair out, thinking I'm never going to get into the system and I'm never going to pick my tickets and everything's going to go off sale. So it really, really depends how serious you are, how urgent it is that you get the films that you want. So many films will never go off sale, and people don't even think twice about them, and sometimes they're the greatest films of the festival, you know, the little underdogs. Not everyone needs a ticket to Foxcatcher, okay? That movie's gonna come out soon, so think wisely when you're picking your movies, and don't get too disappointed if things go off sale, because there's ways around it, and also because you can find another great film. Don't be so close-minded. There's over 300 films at the festival. You'll be okay. Alright, so regular tickets versus premium tickets. Premium tickets are red carpet premieres. They usually guarantee the cast, the director, the writer, very important people involved in the film usually show up to this. There's usually a red carpet. There's a Q&A session after the film. If it's done at Roy Thomson Hall hosts the galas, which are huge red carpet events that don't have Q&As after the film. I don't think this is very fair. These are the most expensive tickets, and a Q&A is a pretty reasonable thing to expect at a festival screening, but the premiere showings of galas at Roy Thomson Hall just don't include them, unless it's just happened that I've never had one there, but I'm pretty sure they don't. So yeah, premium screenings are much more expensive than regular screenings. It's a $12 difference if you're 25 and under. It's a $20 difference if you're an adult. So you're basically paying double for a premium screening. My suggestion is, if you want to see the red carpet of a film, go to the red carpet of that film. It doesn't cost you anything to go stand on the street at Roy Thomson Hall or Princess of Wales or Ryerson. That's totally free. You gotta waste some time to get there early if you actually want to try to get a photo with the celebrities or whatever. But you can do that and then get a ticket for the film the next day or the day after. The second screening is very pivotal at TIFF. A lot of the time, the cast and crew stay for the second screening. You still get a red carpet, you still get a Q&A, and you paid a regular price, where people the day before you usually paid double to see the exact same thing. They saw it before you, but what's a day? Well, really, what's a day? So yeah, I always suggest try to get the second screening of a film. Even sometimes the third screening still has the people there. You gotta be really lucky for that to happen, but it does happen. Now I want to talk to you about rush lines. Usually the worst thing that can happen to you during TIFF is that the film you most want goes off sale. Off sale is another way of saying sold out. However, films are never really sold out at TIFF. People don't show up to things. People exchange their tickets. You gotta call the box office every day, or especially on the day of the screening that you want at 7 a.m. because any tickets that were exchanged or somehow reappeared in the system will be available at 7 a.m. the day of the screening. Now, if not, you can rush a film. Rushing a film means waiting in line a couple hours before it starts and hoping that people don't show up so you can take their seat. You get let in about 10 minutes after or before the film starts. It's like probably while they're doing introductions and stuff in the theater, and it's $20 for a regular screening. You have to pay in cash. If you're rushing a premium screening, it's $40 you have to pay in cash. And this takes a lot of patience and a lot of dedication, and you have to really, really want to see this film, because sometimes you wait in line and you don't get in. You gotta get there really early because you want to be first in line or close to the front at least. That's the easiest guarantee that you can get into the film, but even if you're first in line, sometimes you still don't get in. So be careful at the venues that you want to rush. If you're rushing somewhere like Princess of Wales or Roy Thomson Hall, you'll probably get in. Those are very big venues. If you're rushing Scotiabank Theatre or TIFF Bell Lightbox, good luck to you. I would not waste my time. They're small theaters. You probably won't get in. I have had experiences of waiting 3 hours in line and not getting into a rush screening. I've also gotten there. I've also been, middle of line and not gotten in. I've been front in line, not gotten in, but then I've also gotten into a few too, so it's really just dependent on that specific screening. Red carpets, as I already said, you gotta get there early if you wanna, try to get a photo with the talent of the film. Quick note on red carpets, as I said, Roy Thomson Hall is the big place for them. Ryerson also has really good red carpets. Everywhere else kind of sucks for red carpets. It's like they just try to take over the street or close off something or squish something in there, and it's just really like claustrophobic and not that fun and hectic. So also be wary of where the film is if you want to attend the red carpet, because some of them are very accessible and some of them are very not. Scheduling your festival. Here's another thing to be very careful about, because festival venues are all over Toronto. It's not like you can just run over to the next place all the time. Sometimes you have to go from Ryerson to Roy Thompson Hall to the AGO to I don't know where, Scotiabank. It's just back and forth through the city, so make sure that you have enough time to get to your next venue. If you're going to see more than one movie in a day, please spread them out. Don't go running between venue to venue. It's just going to stress you out, because some movies, you might map it out like, oh, I got 10 minutes to get to the next one. Well, hey, there's delays, there's Q&As after films, you got to factor that in. Sometimes, things don't always run on time. I've had multiple issues where I've been at a film that's started an hour late, or something happened, projector didn't work, or someone didn't show up. There's so many instances in which things can go wrong. Most of the time things go right, but just make sure that you give yourself enough time to get from movie to movie. Some people will only go see 1 or 2 films the whole festival, and that'll be a great experience for you. But if you're someone who really wants to try to see as many films as you can, try not to do more than 3 a day, and that's a lot already. That is crazy already if you're doing 3 a day. I'd say do 1 or 2 a day. If you see 10 to 20 films, if you're really serious about the festival, that's a really good chunk of the festival to do, and just give yourself time. Don't kill yourself over TIFF. I usually see 2 to 3 films a day. Or last year I did. Before that I only would see 10 or 15 for the festival, and last year I saw 20 something for the whole thing, and this year I'm probably going to see around the same or more. But I always get sick at the end of the festival. It's really hectic. You're up early, you're out late, you go to parties or you go to events. TIFF events, it's usually for press and industry people or someone important. It's not that easy to crash TIFF events. I don't really have any great tips on that, but just random get-togethers and things with friends and parties in general, going out, hanging out, going to movies, writing about film. For me, it's a lot to do, and just be careful with your health, your well-being, and make sure that you have enough time, basically, to get from venue to venue. What am I saying? Do whatever the hell you want. I'm just warning you that you have to give yourself enough room to enjoy the festival and not make it a stressful experience. Here are some more quick tips about TIFF. First of all, try to see movies that won't get released or are just really different or obscure. Use this as an opportunity to expand your cinematic horizons. Go see something in the wavelength section, go see something in the Vanguard section, go to a Midnight Madness film. They are known to be the funnest experiences if you can stay awake. I really suck at staying up late during movie watching, but I've gone to Midnight Madness and it's a lot of fun. Try to, do something different. Pick a couple big, fun mainstream more films, and then pick a couple lesser known ones that you might only see at TIFF. A lot of movies that play at TIFF won't ever be seen again. So this is a cool place to, be that person in the audience of 100 people who are the only people to ever see that film. Sometimes the films are bad and that's why you never see them again. Sometimes they just don't really fit anywhere and can't really be marketed to people, or they're too obscure or abstract, and it's a cool place to, experience that kind of stuff. I enjoy doing that. Try to find films that aren't distributed, because if you want to see a mainstream film even, so many of the films that I see at TIFF take more than a year to come out. Last year, one that I'm really, really, really thankful that I saw at the festival was The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby, Him and Her, and that was this big experiment of perspective. It was 2 hour-and-a-half films screened together in one session, and it was a great, beautiful drama starring Jessica Chastain and James McAvoy that will never be screened like that again. And it's only coming out in theaters this fall, so it's been a whole year since that movie played at TIFF, and it's not going to be the exact same thing that I saw, or sometimes, movies get changed after TIFF. The F Word, which played at TIFF last year, only is coming out this month, and it changed after TIFF. They added a new ending, and yeah, it's cool to see that the way that films, really go through a cycle from festival to release. Stay in the loop with TIFF. Follow TIFF on Twitter, like them on Facebook, follow them wherever they may be on social media. This is a good way to keep informed, to find out about films, to find out about tickets, to find out about events, a whole bunch of stuff you can find out on social media. Hell, I find out so much stuff because of social media. It's amazing. Sometimes you find celebrities at screenings just in the audience. I met Ewan McGregor at a screening of Frances Ha. I saw Edward Norton when I saw 127 Hours. I saw James Franco. He actually sat in front of me at a screening of Martha, Marcy, Me, Marlene. No, I didn't meet really any of these people except for Ewan McGregor. We went up to him, but the point is, celebrities are just hanging out. You see them on the street, you see them in the theater. Maybe it's not your style to approach them. It's not really my style either. I'm pretty shy when it comes to things like that, but if you are like a celebrity hunter or you want a chance to, meet someone that you really, really care about, TIFF's a good place to do that. So just keep your eye out to see who is around, because people are everywhere during TIFF. Take advantage of TIFF.net, the TIFF website, when it's working, to read up about all of the films, read up about everything that they have on there. There's tons of information about the festival. There's also a great app called TIFF-R, just the letters TIFF and then an R at the end, that once you get your tickets, you can input what screenings you're seeing, and it'll make you a nice calendar. It'll give you descriptions. You can add friends, see who's watching the same screenings as you. I don't know if the TIFF-R app for 2014 is up and running, because when I checked it out, I didn't find it, but look out for it. I'm sure it'll be up soon. I think that's it for now for my TIFF tips for you. If I forgot anything, or if you have any questions about something I didn't mention, or if you need more information, please comment below. I would love to try to help you out with anything else. Also visit TIFF.net. I mean, I do claim to be a bit of an expert, but I obviously cannot possibly cover every little detail of TIFF, and I don't work for TIFF or anything. I just really like going. So yeah, comment below. Let me know what else you need to know, or if this was helpful to you. I hope it was. And again, I'm Adriana from Fresh from the Theater. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and please follow freshfromthetheater.com. We are going to have so much TIFF coverage. I promise you it's going to be so informative about the movies of the festival and so much fun, and I hope you can be a part of it. So thanks so much for watching.